But look, you know, what's going on right now with the attacks at night, it all started with the squad. I mean, it all started with AOC saying we run, you know, concentration camps. And as far as the president, I want to take the opportunity right now. I don't know if anybody in this couch has had a meeting with the president. I've had numerous meetings with the president.
I have.
Many meetings with the president, many in private. And I spent my career figuring people out, trying to read people. He has not ever given me a hint of racism. And I know how it hurts to be called a racist because I had 80 protesters in front of my house on a Sunday morning. My family was threatened. They had 24/7 armed security because Tom Homan was a racist, because I enforced the laws enacted by Congress. I did my job. I served my nation. And when I testified 2 weeks ago, we all see how they attacked me. So I'm sick and tired of people that want to assume this president's a racist. I don't see it.
I don't think they're assuming. I think this is a political ploy. First of all, very sneaky of Jerry Nadler, very dishonest to somehow conflate the two.
Exactly.
Omar and Tlaib have made very anti-Semitic statements and tweets. President Trump is the most pro-Israel.
No.
I'm
That's
going to say they are the most pro-Israel president ever. I mean, bridges, highways, everything being named after Trump and Israel. So not fair to equate the two.
Are we throwing around the term too much? I mean, we call everybody's anti-Semitic.
No. So
go ahead.
The conversation that's going on right now is completely off base for what's going on. I think I'm the only Jewish person on the couch right now, so I can speak to this as more of a personal issue. I applaud what Jerry Nadler did. He called out the issue that's going on right now within the Democratic Party to say, no, we don't silently stand by and condone comments from members of the squad that were anti-Semitic. I've sat here on the couch and done the same myself.
Yeah.
But for you to say, oh, this is the most pro-Israel president, that is very different than having a conversation about whether you should be allowed to be critical of Israel. And the president using the dual loyalty trope, which is incredibly anti-Semitic, has been harmful to Jewish people. No, he did.
No, I know.
And he was quoting an anti-Semitic commentator who then said he's also thought of as the king of Israel.
But they're not critical of Israel. They want to abolish.
Right. I'm not saying that's different.
It's more than just comments. It's more than just comments, too, right? This trip, the group that planned it has been very open about wanting to commit acts of terrorism against Israel. And I think there's such a double standard because could you imagine if a Republican politician were taking a trip somewhere and then it turns out that the group that was planning it was a white nationalist organization that, wanted to commit terrorism against people of color? That would be wall-to-wall coverage on CNN and MSNBC every single day. I cannot believe it's not a bigger deal.
Okay, but your point is well taken in the fact that there are people inside Israel who are Jewish and are critical of the Israeli government.
Yeah,
and
of course.
Benjamin Netanyahu.
Netanyahu is trying to win an election right now, facing a corruption probe, him and his wife at the same time. But
that doesn't apply to those two, though, because they openly want to get rid of Israel.
The president over the weekend called me, a Democratic Jewish voter in America, dumb and disloyal. That is disgusting. 70 to 80% of Jews, American Jews, depending on the election, vote for the Democratic Party. And they don't do that because we're not educated enough to understand the issues or because we're disloyal to Israel or to America. He has no place using that trope. It has no place in our discussion. And when Omar used it, we all jumped on her and said, you may not do things like that. So for you to say...
Well, not the rest of your party didn't jump on her, but perhaps you did. All right, new signs that bipartisan action on gun legislation may